view that are always the ones that are a little louder than a lot of the rest of them.
Exactly. And you know that from coaching too.
Oh,
you know, you get it both ways.
Yes. All right. So moving on. So did we answer kind of those three? So we're kind of off the COVID a little bit. Bears, Rams. Let's go to Bears, Rams. That left such a bad taste in my mouth. It just frustrated me, and I want to break it down. So I'm gonna pull it up, and we're gonna break down some things to see what you think. But go ahead, give what you thought of the game first.
The Bears' offensive line is horrible.
Oh gosh.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, no run game. You cannot establish a run game. I feel bad for David Montgomery. That dude is a huge tryhard. He, in my opinion, I don't have video evidence. I haven't broken this down, but again, I just have this strong feeling that he rarely goes down on first contact. You know, but first contact happens in the backfield a lot. I feel like maybe we've talked about this one time before on a podcast. He is a great job of like making a 2-yard loss into a 3-yard gain. Okay. But I feel bad for him. Our O-line is horrible. I feel as though I don't think my feelings about Mitchell Trubisky have changed, but I feel as though Nick Foles is getting a little bit of a bad rap, but he has no offensive line in front of him. This is truly something I want to talk to you about because I was O-line, D-line. You were skill position guy. You were quarterback. You know, if you don't have an offensive line, quarterback, it's difficult. You don't have as much confidence. You have happy feet. You want to get rid of the ball quickly. You know, and I think that was evidence in the game. Again, I haven't gone over the film after the fact. I just don't do that. I feel as though Nick Foles was making decent enough reads. I felt like they were good reads. I don't know if they were the right reads from his coaching or from his coach's perspective, but he was throwing off his back foot or with his body leaning backwards, or he was always under duress when he was throwing the ball because he was throwing towards open receivers. It's just a little bit off because he had a ram or two in his face. So that's my offensive assessment. The defense, they were out there too much. They get tired, they get winded, they get exhausted. I get it. But then I felt like there were times at the end where they did kind of give up. And there's only a couple things you can control, and one of them is your effort. So I don't know. I'm not going to ever say this in the Bears locker room, okay? I would die. But it was evident. I felt like there were times where the Rams got in the red zone and the Bears were like, I give up type thing. But they were exhausted. So I don't know where exhaustion ends and effort. You know, I don't know the relationship between the two of those. But it looked like they gave up, but they may have been tired because they were out there an awful lot. So those are my quick another thing. You know this. You coached with me enough. Ted Ginn has to go. If you can't field the punt, you are losing yardage. You know, because that punt, after it goes past you, it bounces 10, 15, 20 yards the other way. You have to field the punt. Fair catch it if you have to, but you have to catch it.
What was it, 6 punts-ish, 5-6 that he didn't catch? Get him out after the first couple. It was ridiculous. I was embarrassed.
I was very, very upset about that.
NFL team, you lose your punt returner, and you put a guy there that's scared to catch the ball.
Yeah.
I'm not – so, you know, we've got this up. I'm not concerned so much about the offense. I think pretty much we know that the line struggles, but the defense against the Rams, especially the jet motion, I have a problem with. Okay,
the Rams were booting all day long, and the Bears. I mean, the second half they were better, but they did like 8 in the first half, and the Bears were nowhere to be found.
You can't hear the sound, can you?
Nope.
Okay. So anyway, yeah, I mean, like I said, I don't mind the offense, but it's I'm going to stop it when the Rams get it. You're right.
One other thing about the offense, and this is a Matt Nagy problem, I believe. So Jimmy Graham is probably your most dangerous weapon. I mean, Allen Robinson, great. I love A-Rob. I already spoke very, very highly about David Robinson, but Jimmy Graham is a unique talent, right? And even at his age, he's performing. He is like off the field in the red zone like way more than he should be.
And how about
Especially in the red zone, he should be there every snap.
And Cole
Kmet
should be in it for
first
Harris.
draft pick, real high on him. He's nowhere to be found. They did throw to him 2 plays in a row. He made a real nice grab on one, and then he's MIA. You need to get those dudes on the field. The line are the same way. They have probably their best offensive weapon, allegedly, is a tight end, and he's nowhere to be found. You need to utilize that dude in your offense. Go ahead.
Harris, and I don't know if it's on his highlights, but that one on the goal line when the Bears were on the 1 after again didn't catch it, he blocked like some of our middle schoolers did.
Yes, I agree. I know the one you're talking about.
Did you see the highlight or the replay when he just kind of stood up and kind of tried to grab the guy and let him get inside leverage on him? Oh my! I almost went to Los Angeles.
And what I thought was, why isn't Cole Kmet in there?
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Yeah. So I talked to Rob Stover, who needs to be on the podcast because he's very knowledgeable of football. But so the jet motion. This is the first play here now. So if you take a peek here, you see the Bears are in their 3-4. They've got obviously, and the Rams got 2 tight ends to the left. And our outside linebacker is inside the first one. So,
yes, that's ridiculous.
So then who is the guy that's got to fill in that D or outside gap? It's got to be the safety, which we can't see right now because of our box, but he's right there. So what do you got to do? You got to take away something. And I felt like they just either you take the jet away, you take away the boot, or you take away the receiver in the boot, or you take away the run, right? So so obviously they zone to the left. The Bears all go left here, right here, right there. So here comes our guy, but he's way inside.
Yeah, we have no outside containment.
No.
And on either side, really. If you looked at the side closest to me, I guess, or the bottom of the screen, if they would have ran right, they could have done the same thing. We had no outside contain.
And I was talking to Stover, and he brought it, a wall. How do you do it? You wall it up. But what do you do with the backside guy? What we used to do is go deep as the deepest, right? That's what you say. And if the quarterback keeps it, you go pound him.
Yeah.
And so this one, he's in no man's land right now, and it went away. He can kind of see the ball has it, but he's going to be in no man's land this one. So we get no outside, and they get an easy, 12 yards.
Yeah.
So
that's embarrassing.
So now, okay, they're coming our side, and we're outside over here. They come this way.
Our outside guy is 10 yards off.
Yeah, our corners just played, especially Kyle Fuller, and he's played great. So it's kind of hard to question what he does. But so they run. Now they're bringing the guy back also. So as you see right here, once again, what's Mac? Mac doesn't look like he knows what he's supposed to do on the backside. I'm pointing to him like you see me pointing to him. Is he supposed to hit 17? Is he supposed to?
I mean, that's my guess at this point.
Okay, so right there.
I agree with you. Again, we're on a different level, obviously. This is the NFL, so I trust that the coaching staff knows what they're doing. But I agree with you. You got to be even as fast as he is, as talented as he is, he's not going to make an impact on the play all the way across from him. So he needs to be looking at something coming back to him. And in that instance, it was either 17 or the quarterback. And you would assume that cornerback, outside linebacker, somebody has 17 coming out into the flat. So Mac would have to have that quarterback. And like you said, deep as the deepest. Now, Mac's a super athlete, and anybody in that position probably is. Maybe he doesn't literally have to get as deep as their deepest, but you need to be in a position to make a play on the deepest.
But the same thing, in this one, he doesn't look like he knows what either he's indecisive or he doesn't know what he's supposed to do on this one because Woods comes back and he looks like he wants to hit him and doesn't, and then he goes after the quarterback way too late. I
agree.
You have to take something away. Which is the most dangerous to you? Obviously, one, they were worried about the over the top plays because they were staying way back. So they're taking that away. Well, then what's the next thing? Is it the
what did you pay Mac to do? Sack the quarterback.
Yeah.
So that should be his thought, and that should be what he's taking away, right?
Because they come back to this one, and right now you see that the safety and corner go deep. They're taking away that tight end. who's right in the top right-hand corner. Here comes the backside tight end, and then that the wing guy that's coming back in the boot. Both of them are wide open. Who has them? Are they man? Are they zone? And I don't know.
Do you know, it just dawned on me. I bet what Mac is taught to do is to squeeze it down to prevent a cutback lane. So I'm
Right.
hopeful, guessing that that's what he's doing.
But
But basically, the Rams then have 3 offensive threats to the Bears' nobody.
yeah. Okay. And then if your plan was keep them squeezed for the cutback and receiver, but they kept booting all the time, you're an NFL.
Yes, they
you have
did.
to make an advantage. You have to
Make an
change it. So here's another one.
Yes,
Okay. No, we're way off. This is
That
easy pitch and
boot was
catch.
driving me nuts, though.
What's that?
The boot was driving me
I
nuts.
know.
Watching that over and over and over again in the first half.
So again, they fake the sweep, which they're getting outside if they give it to him. Because I don't know if
Yeah,
Bingo was his name, was getting out there, but
Quinn,
look,
Robert Quinn.
so their man here, it looked to be. Oh, I went back too far. Sorry.
I was going to say these plays look a lot alike.
So Jackson's got the slot, and once again, he's easy pitch and catch. It's that bend and don't break defense, and then they don't come up and hit.
Yeah.
This is a good play, though. This was Kyle Fuller does a great job of getting outside leverage, and then Hicks and Mack both read it and just go down the field. What's that?
In real time, I thought this was a poor offensive play call. It's 3rd and 4, and you're going to throw that like little screen pass 5 yards deep. So now you need to get 10 yards for the first down.
Yeah.
And they were eating us up, run and that boot. I would have done something along the lines of that.
Trevathan is just, he's about done.
They
Again,
were saying,
way too soft.
It's who are the Bears playing? The Saints?
Yeah.
They were the radio. They were concerned about Trevathan in the matchup against the Saints. They said
Kamara.
Well, yeah, and that's it. They said that Sean Payton he'll keep his normal personnel, which would be Kamara as a running back, but he'll go 5 wide. So then Trevathan has to guard Kamara in space, and that's a matchup. That's a nightmare for the Bears. So yeah, they were wondering what's going to happen with Danny Trevathan this Sunday.
And then this one, Bears they lined up too fast, and Buster Scheme couldn't get out there. Easy touchdown.
Yeah. This was kudos to the Rams.
Yeah. And this is kind of what what's his name coach that we've had on, with that jet action, right?
Yes. Well, and also earlier on when you were talking about 2 tight ends on, play side, it's just putting your best athletes in the position to make the best of the plays and whatnot. So there's Kmet.
I know.
50-50 ball that he just mans up and gets. If you're going to do that, you need to be on the field more.
I agree.
Right?
This
is a man's game. If you're going to be the biggest man, you need to be in the game.
Look at Leonard Floyd just flying off and killing our quarterback. He did none of that with us.
No. I agree.
So we'll watch a little more, but you kind of see I want to see more of the jet motion. That's what I want to see.
They were, again, I listen to the radio a little bit on my commute, and they're critical of the Bears offense like everybody is. But they asked, what do the Bears do good offensively? Well, what do the Bears do well offensively?
No.
Is there anything that jumps to mind at all?
No. Okay. And that 4th and 1 flip to Patterson is one of the to the short side of the field.
Yeah. I felt, this jumps to my head pretty quickly. It wasn't like I had to dig a lot. And I'm very critical of the Bears offense. But one thing that I feel like they've done well the last couple of years, even with Mitchell at the helm, is like the 2-minute offense. There were games where they had to, early on, they went tempo because Mitch seemed to handle it well. Well, I think the same thing has been true with Nick Foles. So I think it's more of a Nagy thing, and maybe the play calling is a little better in that scenario because he has to just call something and get it in and get it run. When he's thinking too much, think long, think wrong type thing, I think he maybe is his own worst nightmare.
See,
Here's another one. Look at the bottom of the screen here. They have their 2 tight ends, which we talked about.
yeah, and
And
Mingle
we
is
have no
inside.
outside leverage.
And then look, but the safety's way inside there also.
Yeah.
And he's got to be, unless it's the corner. And that's what happens. Look, that in generally in jet, you don't block that end anyway.
Yeah.
But so he just sits there and he can't get out there.
Nope. That's a game positive yardage immediately at the snap of the ball.
So here it is. And what I'm saying is this time I think he hits him. Okay, so there he hits the guy coming back in the boot before he goes to the quarterback. I'll take that. It looked like he knew what he was going to do. And then we can't tackle.
Yeah. Where are you getting this from? Is this YouTube or did you break it up yourself?
No, it's just highlights. Yeah, it's from YouTube. I wanted to see the whole game because I was just going to go to the whole Jet. Our defense against the Jet, I didn't think was good.
Yeah.
There he had time, and no one was really open.
And I don't mind our receiving core. So I feel like Foles is all right when he has times. I like David Montgomery. Our receiving core is fine when the ball is thrown to them. You need an offensive line. You really need to bolster that. Need to be healthy. Need to bolster it.
So if you don't have an and see, I'm not. Mitchell Trubisky has struggled, but I don't think he's as bad as. But you have to limit it and let him run the 2 minute and he's at best when he's running those RPO, almost option type of stuff where he can get rid of it. Now because he can't complete a pass past 15 yards. But two, if you can't run, he gives you another option on the running game. And maybe he doesn't start, but at least maybe you get him in every once in a while. And anyway,
I've heard that. Now we'll just look real quick. Do you see? Pre-snap, the Rams have outside leverage on both edges. Now, the top of the screen, we have was Anthony Miller in the slot there.
Yeah.
I mean, he could crack down on that dude, but if you're just talking the box, they have outside leverage on both sides. That's something we haven't seen the Bears do yet in these highlight clips.
Let's see if Leonard Floyd just comes flying in. Massey is bad. Yep. Massey is so bad.
Yeah. And what is it? Fetty, whatever. He's bad too. I mean,
their best lineman right now is Cody Whitehair, and Daniels. Daniels was their best before that. But all right, here it is again. This is what So here they come. They're in that motion.
We have outside leverage this time.
Yeah. But look at the other side though. They're in that 2 tight end, and he's inside.
Yep.
So now Mac tries to squeeze it down, but where'd our Phil go?
I thought we were there. He just cut through that.
Yeah. So Buster gets blocked by Cooper. Cooper Kupp is a good blocker for a receiver, but you can't get blocked. Trevathan and Trevathan and Roquan got angles to get blasted, and then gone. Here, that was the old GT counter there. Tray. Yeah, counter tray. Yeah.
Look good.
So point being, I could run them. If I would have done it, I could have put all of them, but I just don't think they had quite the game plan to go against that deep offense. And so
it had everything to do with game planning, and they were just outmatched. They were out game planned by the Rams. Kudos to the Rams. They say Sean McVay is a great young offensive mind, and it showed there.
Yeah, I mean,
you have to make adjustments.
Yeah, that he puts a threat on everyone. No, he runs good stuff, and they got better players. All right, La Russa to the Sox.
Listen, the track record is great. He's won a lot of games and World Series, and he's both the A's back in the day and then the Cardinals. They were playing at a high level. That dude is old though, and I was actually happy. I was pleasantly surprised when I heard it was him instead of AJ Hinch, you know? So that was my first thought.
When they first started, I'm like, really?
Yeah.
It gives us hope that we can, like John Wooden, I don't think won his first NCAA championship till he was past 50. I don't know if you know
Okay.
that.
No.
But
I did not.
to bring a 70, and once again, really good coach. A lot
So
of
you
young,
mean it gives you and I hope?
yeah, we still,
I thought you meant us as the Cubs.
no, I'm talking us as coaches.
We still got time.
Which a couple of days ago, I was like, I don't know if I want and can be a head coach again. And now I'm like, LaRusso gets hired at 76. Shoot, I might be fixed by then. I got a chance.
Yeah.
They got those young kids. Will he relate? Who knows? Right. I just thought it was funny. I know a lot of Sox fans are upset about it. That's not who I wanted.
I haven't talked it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I should have gone on Twitter.
And
one of my college buddies, he's on Twitter and he's a big Sox fan. I need to check in with him. You know, my buddy from high school is very emotional about the Illini and such. He's a big Sox fan too. I need to reach out to him and ask what he thinks. Yeah.
And I lost my train of thought. I don't know. He's just old school. They got a fun young. It'll just be
bat
interesting.
Flip by Anderson is what everybody's talking about. He won't go for that kind of behavior, allegedly, you know.
And if he doesn't, then that takes away some of their swag. And you don't want to take swag away. I'm sorry. It's fun. It makes the game fun. I don't have a problem with it. But
you as a Cubs fan, you're okay with the hire?
I don't know. I think, LaRusso has won a lot of games and how many championships. Yeah. So if he can get them to buy in, then they're going to be dangerous, but it could blow up in their face if he doesn't relate to the young kids.
So. Yeah. And then AJ Hinch, were you, did you think he was going to get the job? Were you?
Yeah.
How do you feel about him coming back after the cheating scandal?
Who doesn't cheat anymore?
I want the Illini to cheat a little bit more. Maybe, I don't know. Based on their basketball recruiting, maybe they are there, but we need that football program turned around, man.
Yeah, I didn't see much of the game. I
didn't see any of it.
I quit watching it.
Yeah, I follow it because we have the most basic television package. Right. So I'll have like the radio on. I'll have my computer have the game cast on it. I'll have Twitter, or whatever. So I try and follow it that way. But it sounded miserable.
Now when the YouTube have gone up, but when I took the YouTube, it was $50.
Okay.
And I get all kinds of sports channels and still a lot of other channels. So I don't know what you're paying. It doesn't matter, but I think YouTube prices have gone up, but yeah. I went to YouTube and we've been pleased with it. There's some negatives with it, but they have increased their prices just like everyone has because it's needed.
Yeah.
So that's all I had with I just thought listen to the radio like Dan. You remember Bors and Bernstein just ripped on LaRusso how big of an asshat they think he is.
Wow, coming from those guys.
This is when he was coaching, with the Cardinals, because some of the things that he would do, and now for him to be, Sox, and you have to report on him all the time. I'm interested to see how, because Bernstein doesn't know anything back. I'm interested to see. I know he wasn't thrilled about it, the hiring, and a lot of the guys, Sox fans there wasn't. So, and I haven't heard, what's his name is a big fan. Anyway, I can't. I see his face, but anyway, I'd like to hear what.
Is he a radio dude?
Yeah, he's a score dude, and he's on NBC. He's been on NBC. Gosh, I can't think of what. And let's just drop. I can't think.
Okay.
So the last thing on our list tonight. All right. So to us talking, which some people like, some people love. no one dislikes it, is Ray and I have decided that we might be, he's talked about us competing on a show, and I thought, okay, I was in the shower. All my great ideas come in the shower, by the way. Decathlon, Ray and I.
I think about different things in the shower, apparently. But go ahead.
Decathlon. So he and I, but it's going to have to get done soon if we want to get it done.
What about COVID, man? I mean, we can stay greater than 6 feet away in most of these venues, I guess.
Yeah, I guess if you don't want, we don't have to, because
we need some training time, don't we?
Or just whatever. Yeah, but some of the things we thought of, we haven't decided our 10 events for all, right? Decathlon means 10, I do believe, right? Decade decathlon.
Yeah.
All right. Would be one was potential arm wrestling. And
here's the question though. I'm left-handed. You are kind of both. Well, I mean, do we do both arms?
No.
Do we do one battle right-handed, one battle left-handed?
No, here's what I thought. The first event is the medicine ball toss, and whoever wins that gets to decide which arm we wrestle with. So, so it's not the first event. So potential medicine ball toss, arm wrestling, the 40.
Two-hand medicine ball toss?
Yeah. However, I would go two-hand over the head. Whatever.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Backwards? That was just backwards. You do backwards?
Backwards. Oh, yeah. You throw it farther backwards.
Okay. Have you seen, though, they're like pitching to build arm strength? They have where you chuck medicine balls forward, like with all your might?
Yeah.
Okay, I just turned on to that.
We could go forward. Yeah, either way. Okay. I'll go either way.
Maybe we could do it both ways.
Yeah. Anyway, the 40, which you need a sundial for both of us, I do believe.
Yeah, pretty much.
So the 40, and then the old shuttle run, like in the old, help me out. The
Presidential
Fitness. Yes. So with the erasers. So there's that.
The little blocks of wood.
Yes. Then we would have
I ran that one time as a teacher against Scotty Too Hottie Trotter. Okay? He was chirping. A couple of kids in class were chirping, and they're like, "Oh, you would take last place or whatever." And I said, "All right, let's do this." And so we lined up to race it, and I think we got the exact same time. I want to say it was like 11-5 or something like that. I don't even remember what a normal score was or a good score, but
yeah.
One of the challenging things with that is you gotta grab that block, or the eraser.
I know. Well,
and how many people accidentally knock it over because you're going so fast?
I don't know if I can get down there, but an option. Then I thought, would be
a mile. We're talking running events. 40 shuttle mile.
I don't want to run a mile.
I don't want to run any of these.
Mile is too much. I want to get it all done, but I thought, the paper football field goal.
I love that one.
I don't even know how to make paper football, so I really did this.
Everything's on YouTube.
Yes, but that would be a fun one. Making each other laugh, like the Impractical Jokers. You can bring you can bring all kinds of props, whatever it is. That could be one. So we're looking for decathlon ideas for our challenges, but.
What did I sent you a couple, and then you didn't respond.
I know.
So I don't even know if you played them or not.
I like the vertical jump. I don't mind that, but I didn't want to do the other ones. The long jump sounds painful.
High jump
and high jump
in the box gym.
That would be fun. You're right. I used to be able to high jump a little bit. Now
we used to bench press a little bit.
We
used to work out.
I know. Used to. That's the thing. I don't want to tear something.
All of these are used to.
I don't want to tear things. Running a 40 in a shuttle is dangerous enough.
Well, you left out math facts.
Yes, I was really good at that. That's why I want there.
But
like around the world, around the world.
Ones are go ahead.
So I feel so maybe math facts where you move up when you get one right and whatever. Anything else that I have?
Home run derby.
Yes, home run derby. Not on a high school field. Our pony field is like 300. I thought we could home run derby on that field.
Do we have a pitching machine, or we bring our own pitcher? What do we do?
That's to be determined. So yes, we have some options, but we get our filmers, and I thought DeVito, Matthew have to be there. They're two of our guys,
Okay.
whether they're our coaches or the referees, whatever, or yeah, they need to be there. We got to have a filmer, and we
You
just
know what
go.
this reminds me of all of a sudden is like those was it CBS used to have like the celebrity sports whatever on Saturday morning.
Yeah.
That's what
Yeah.
this is kind of
Yeah.
reminded me of.
Yes.
We got to bring out some old shorts that are a little too tight.
And if it wasn't COVID, man, we could promote this and get a crowd. Some people would come to watch this.
Oh, yes, people in
Animals, birds, people, and they would be here.
Coyotes. We've been seeing coyotes on the middle school fields.
Dude, when I take Charlie out for a walk at night at 10:30, 11, I'm like on high alert, okay? Because one, we had a hawk that was around, and you could just hear it every night, just squawking. One night I saw it about 25 yards. I saw it hit the grass and get dinner, right?
Yeah, right.
So one night we were coming, it was really close. You could hear it. It was closer than it was. And as we were walking and we were by a light, it flashed in front of the light like it was coming at us and then veered away. Okay. So that's one. Two, coyotes, there was like foxes in the field up where the hill is. I don't remember my place, but that park, that hill is where coyote and fox I've seen both. So yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready to fight. Either that or just let him have Charlie and run. One of the two. But to answer
two things, I am scared of coyotes. Foxes are more like they seem more friendly, and I think part of my thought behind that is that you told me, right? You had the fox in your backyard one time, and
almost came in the house.
Yeah.
But still,
coyotes. They're coyotes, hyenas. Like I feel like they're like the same thing to me.
That's a nice play. Yeah, I don't like coyotes, but I tell you what, I'm like I said, I'm on high alert. I'm looking around. And I saw a coyote, I think 2 nights ago. It would look too big for a fox. So
different colors.
Well, it's dark. I can't really tell.
Yeah, okay, I get.
And I wasn't that close. It wasn't like it was right next to us, but from a distance, it just looked like it was too big for a fox. So yeah, when
You're more brave than I wouldn't be out there at 10, 11 o'clock at night,
dude. There's nights where I'm like, Charlie, can you just take a dump in our yard? But she doesn't do that.
Charlie, that corner. You just take a dump in that living room, but that corner.
On the other side of the between the strip mall and those that field between the strip mall and those other houses. Someone, I was walking Charlie one night, car stopped. I'm like, oh, I'm dead. Bang bang, right? and it was these very nice old people. They're like, hey, just let you know, there's 2 big coyotes right coming this way, right behind the houses. I said, oh, thank you. Picked up Charlie and I walked really fast. So yeah, it don't matter. They're all over the place.
That's crazy.
And Charlie comes out and just eats the rabbit shit all the time. I mean, it's just first thing she does. She looks for the rabbit, see if she can get them. Second thing is then she goes for dessert and just eats.
That's unreal.
It's sick. Sick.
I was so hungry for chocolate after dinner, and now I'm not. It went away.
Yeah.
All right. So, I mean, that's decathlon. I wasn't even counting. How many ideas were there?
7, 8. Close. So, yeah. So we have to set it up, but it has to be relatively soon if we're going to do some outdoor events.
Okay. Sorry to bounce around. So the coyotes, just a reminder. That's what we're dealing with when we do our survival wilderness.
I knew you were thinking that. I knew it.
Okay.
Yeah.
But they're more afraid of us than we are of them, right? Don't they say that?
Yeah, they are.
Okay. All right.
We see one when we're out there.
I do own a BB gun. Should I bring that when we go do this thing?
If you want. I mean, if that's one.
Might have to kill some dinner.
Yeah. I mean, I've been watching The Walking Dead, some type of old Japanese thing with a stick. I thought maybe I could do that, learn how, and whatever the case may be. I'm not afraid. While we're in our house, I'm not afraid.
Yeah.
And I'd still be willing, but like you said, as it goes. But maybe if we stay out there for like 40 days, lose the 50 pounds that I said I'm going to lose before we go to Myrtle Beach baseball trip.
What happened? Honestly, I know this is like the wrong thing to say or think, but we had, just an acquaintance got COVID, and the husband-wife couple, and they said that the wife dropped some pounds during the illness. Now they're much better now. There's still some like little residual effects or whatever. What do they call those symptoms?
Mhm.
But feeling a lot better. But they lost some weight. So I thought to myself, and weren't you the one that always said this? I just need a good illness.
And then I
Maybe
did one time, and I was so sick. I said, I ain't never going to say that again.
Yeah. I got food poisoning once. I couldn't eat for like 2.5 days. But boy, when I got my appetite back, whew. Got
That's
after
right.
some hot dog.
You lose 10 pounds, but you gain it right back because you're hungry. You're hungry.
Yeah,
All right. Well, we covered a lot of topics today.
we did. I felt like yes, we did. I feel good about it.
Okay. All right. Well, Gym Teacher Dreams podcast. Remember, number 150. I don't know if that's going to be the decathlon one, but we got to start making plans for that one. People,
Yes.
Guests. Hopefully, we can get outside and socially distance and whatever. We have to talk about that. But thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. And we love you.
Tell a friend.
Tell a friend. Oh, that's one thing I forgot. When you talked about
My friend.
no, a long time. It was early in the show. My mom has a Cricut machine, that cuts.
Oh yeah.
So we got it to work, and we put that picture of us in, and that picture's it won't work because it's too detailed. It would take an hour to weed the vinyl off just one of them.
Okay.
So I'm going to get a Cricut or some point. We're going to start t-shirts, but I don't know. It's fun.
I think because the Cricut is so time consuming, we gotta find someone that can screen print that thing. That's what I think.
Yeah. Or we just don't use that one for that, and we just use lettering for it, or some simple picture. All right.
Keep it simple.
All right. We love you, America. Tell a friend.
Check us on YouTube.
Check us on YouTube, or just listen to us. Bye.